Here is a number that should stop you cold. Over 1 billion people worldwide are deficient in vitamin D3. That is not a typo. 1 billion people. And most of them think they are healthy. Most are even taking a supplement, but their levels are still critically low, and their doctors are not catching it. You might be one of them right now. But here's what nobody is telling you about vitamin D3. It is not just a vitamin. Your body uses it as a master hormone. It controls over 2,000 genes, and when you take it wrong, you can actually make things worse. Stay with me because this could change everything. Before you understand the fix, you need to know if you actually have this problem. Do you recognize yourself? Let me ask you something honest right now. How many of these sound familiar to you? If you feel tired no matter how much you sleep, then low D3 may be quietly draining your cellular energy. If your mood crashes in winter or on cloudy days, then your brain's serotonin production could be starved of D3. If you catch every cold that comes around, then your immune T cells may be running blind without D3 to activate them. If your muscles ache for no clear reason, then cellular inflammation linked to D3 deficiency is a very likely cause. If you have brain fog and struggle to focus, then your neurons need D3 to fire clean and fast. If your hair is thinning or falling out, then hair follicle receptors depend on D3 to stay active. If your sleep is broken and restless, then melatonin regulation is upstream of your D3 status. I just described most of the modern world, and yes, these symptoms come from many causes. But in 2025, with 73% of adults spending most daylight hours indoors, the root cause is almost always the same thing. Let me show you exactly why your body is starving, even if you live in a sunny climate. The biology. Nobody explains. Okay, this is the part most health videos skip, but stay here, this is where everything clicks. Subpoint 1, D3 is not a vitamin, it's a hormone. Think of vitamin D3 like a master key. Your body has over 37 trillion cells. Almost every single one has a lock, called a vitamin D receptor, VDR. Without the key, those locks stay shut. Immune responses, gene repair, calcium absorption, all locked out. Your skin manufactures D3 from UVB sunlight, but it is a raw material. It travels to your liver first, then your kidneys. Only after that second conversion does it become activated calcitriol, the form that actually fits those locks. Research published in the Journal of Endocrinology and Metabolism shows that liver disease, obesity, and chronic inflammation all block this conversion pathway. You could live in Florida and still be deficient. Subpoint 2, why sun exposure is no longer enough. Your great-grandparents worked outside. They got 4 to 6 hours of direct midday sun daily. That produced roughly 10,000 to 20,000 IU of D3 per day naturally. You, sitting at a desk, commuting in a car, wearing sunscreen on weekends, might get 200 to 400 IU from sun exposure. Maybe. And the government RDA of 600 IU was set to prevent rickets in children, not to optimize an adult immune system. Research published in Nutrients Journal confirms that blood levels below 30 nanograms per milliliter are found in over 40% of American adults. The truly optimal range for immune and hormonal function is 60 to 80 nanograms per milliliter. Most people never get close. Subpoint 3, why most supplements are ineffective as taken. Many people take D3. They still feel terrible. Why? Think of D3 as a construction project. D3 is the foreman who calls the shots. But construction needs workers and materials too. Without magnesium, D3 cannot be converted in the liver or kidneys. Without vitamin K2, the calcium D3 pulls into your blood, goes into your arteries, not your bones. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that up to 50% of people taking D3 supplements have magnesium levels too low to activate the conversion enzymes, so the supplement sits in your bloodstream unused and your symptoms continue. Now that you understand why the problem exists, here is the exact protocol to fix it. The exact protocol, step by step. Let's get specific. No vague advice here. Here are the exact steps to restore your D3 properly. 1. Get your blood tested first. Ask for a 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. Target 60 to 80 nanograms per milliliter, not the 20 nanograms per milliliter labs call normal. Never guess your dose before knowing your baseline. 2. Choose the right dose for your level. Below 30 nanograms per milliliter, 8,000 to 10,000 international units daily for 3 months, then retest. Between 30 to 50 nanograms per milliliter, 5,000 international units daily. Above 50 nanograms per milliliter, 2,000 to 4,000 international units daily. Always consult your doctor above 4,000 international units. 3. Take D3 with your largest meal. It is fat-soluble. Without dietary fat, absorption drops by up to 50%. Take it with eggs, avocado, olive oil, or fatty fish, never on an empty stomach. 4. Always pair D3 with vitamin K2, MK7 form. For every 5,000 IU of D3, add 100 micrograms of K2. This directs calcium into bones, not arteries or soft tissue, non-negotiable for long-term use. 5. Add magnesium glycinate, 300 to 400 milligrams daily. Without magnesium, the liver and kidneys cannot activate D3. Take it at night. It also significantly improves sleep quality. 6. Get 10 to 20 minutes of midday sun on bare skin when possible. Arms and legs, no sunscreen for this short window. This produces a natural form of D3 your body regulates better than any supplement. Here's the critical mistake most people make. They buy a cheap D3 supplement, take it on an empty stomach in the morning, skip K2 and magnesium entirely, then blame D3 when they feel no different after 6 weeks. The supplement is not the problem. The protocol is the problem. Food sources worth adding: egg yolks, wild-caught salmon, sardines, and cod liver oil all provide D3. Mushrooms exposed to UV light provide D2. No food source alone will correct a true deficiency, but they are valuable additions to your protocol. The cofactor stack, D3 plus K2, MK7, plus magnesium glycinate plus zinc, 15 to 30 milligrams, plus boron, 3 milligrams. These nutrients work together as a system, not in isolation. Let me pull everything together so you leave with a clear picture and know exactly what to do next. 3 things to remember. Let me give you the 3 things to remember from today. D3 is a master hormone. It controls over 2,000 genes and requires a 2-step conversion in your liver and kidneys to become active. Sun exposure and low-dose supplements rarely raise your blood levels to the optimal range. Cofactors are not optional. D3 without K2 and magnesium is like building a house with no crew and no materials. Your protocol must include all 3 to work correctly. Test, don't guess. Get your 25-OHD tested. Target 60 to 80 nanograms per milliliter. Retest after 90 days. Numbers, not symptoms alone, tell the truth. Now I want to hear from you. Comment below. Which symptom from today's list do you recognize in yourself right now? The fatigue, the brain fog, the low immunity? Tell me. I read every comment. And if this video helped you finally understand D3, then you need to watch my next video on magnesium deficiency. The link is right here. I will see you in the next one.